Welcome back to my easy Java class. Today we will study about a function overloading problem. Let's check the question. Okay, what's the question? Let's read. Design a class to overload a function series as follows. First function, double series with a double n with one double argument and returns the sum of the series. Sum is equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus etc. to 1 by n. Then second series, double A double n with two double arguments and returns the sum of the series. Sum is equal to 1 by a square plus 4 by a raised to 5 plus 7 by a raised to 8 plus 10 by a raised to 11 plus etc. to n terms. Here we have two functions in same class. We have to create these two functions in same class. But see, both we can see both are having same function name. This is what is called a function overloading or polymorphism. How can you create this one? With the help of a class we can create. See, what are the purpose of this one? In the first function, one argument. What's the return type? Double. Here also double is the return type and here two arguments. These are the difference. And we have to find out the sum of series in the first one. 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 etc. to 1 by n. Here numerator and denominator, we know how to do this one. The second series also we have one sum series. And what are they? 1 by a raised to a square plus 4 by a raised to 5 plus 7 by a raised to 8 like that way. Here also numerator and denominator. In the denominator we can see the powers also are there. Okay, here we can use mat.pow function. Okay, and for the numerator also we have to find out one variable and for the denominator we will give one variable. This series we know how to do this one, and but we have to use or implement the function overloading theory. Okay, shall we do this one? Okay, let's do it together. Okay, how can you create a class in Java? We know first we will click on new class from the blue gem screen, then type the class name. Here we can give any name, but the function name they had given in the question is series, and I will give the class name as sum series. We can give any name. It is not mentioned in the question. Because of that, you have to give any name. I'll give as sum series. Okay. Okay. Then we will get a like this window, like this box. Double click on there. Then it will open. Okay. Then first we have to select all the message. How to select a user? Control plus A key. Then click on delete button. Okay. Then you may start the class. First I will write import java dot io dot star or util you can use. Here we are not using this buffered and all. Because of that you don't need to write any, you don't need to import any packages here. Okay. Okay, then class, first you have to write sum series. Okay, then press on enter key, then open the curly bracket. After that again you have to enter. Then what's the first name, function name? Here series. In both function name they are using the same name as series, but we know inside that function we have to calculate the sum of the series, and in both function we have to calculate the sum. Because of that, first I will declare the common variable as sum. Okay, double sum equal to 0.0. Enter. Then look at the first function. What's the first function prototype? The same had to what they had given in the question, the same you have to type here also. Double series. Bracket we can give double n. Okay, space n. The same thing. No, don't change any arguments name or the return type like that way. Okay, then press on enter key, then open the curly bracket again. Then we have to find out the sum of the series 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus this is a series. Then we can give the first function here. Okay, then with the help of a for loop, always we are doing this one. Then how can you do? For if you want to find out the sum of the series, we are using the for loop. We know int I is equal to 1. We will start the value as 1, semicolon, I less than, the limit is n here, okay, then I plus plus, I plus plus, then close the bracket, then enter, then open the curly bracket again, then enter, sum equal to sum plus, okay, after that we need to use the type conversion, because we need to convert these values into double. We know this I is in int, but we have to convert this one as double. Use the type conversion, explicit conversion I will use here, double, because here denominator and numerator are coming. Because of that you will get a point number definitely, because the series is 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, like that way. Then you have to use this double in bracket, because we have to convert the integer value to double. Then only you will get the correct value. Understood all of you? Okay, then write 1 by 1. How can you write? First you have to write the common 1 slash, then I, each time it is varying, 1 by 1 first, then second 1 by 2, then 1 by 3, like that way. Then you can give as I, because first time you will get the value of I is equal to 1. Next time it will be incremented using this I plus plus. Then you will get a 2, then 3. Then that means the first time you will get 1 by 1, second time you will get 1 by 2, then 1 by 3, 1 by 4, like that way it will work. Okay, then you will get all the values. Then put a semicolon. Understood all of you? Okay, then if you want to put the bracket, you can put, no problem. And then press on enter key. See, each time no need to type the sum. After collecting all the sums, you have to type the give the value of sum. But here we know what is a prototype of this function, double. Because of that you have to use, definitely you have to use one return keyword, return, return what? Sum. Okay, our first function finish. We can close that function. See, in this function what we had done, just once more I will remind you this one. First we will write the prototype of this function. First we have to initialize the common variable. That means in both the function we have to find out this sum. After that you have to write the prototype of that particular function. Then to calculate the series, we need a, with the help of a for loop, we have to calculate the sum. Okay, because of that I will write like this: for int I is equal to 1, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, then less than or equal to. Okay, then how can you calculate this sum? Sum is equal to sum plus double of the series is 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. Because of that I had given like this 1 by I. Each time it will vary. 1 by 1, next time 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, like that way. First we will write the numerator here, then write the denominator here. Understood all of you? Then next step we have to print the value, but here there is no void keyword. In the return keyword type of this, the return type of this function is double. Because of that you have to use one return keyword. If it is if it is void, we have to write system.out.println. Understood all of you? Then we can close this function. Then what's the next function? Next, check the question. What's the next function? Double series. Okay, then bracket double A, double space A, comma, double B, double N. Okay, this is the prototype of the function, the question. Okay, second function. Now open the curly bracket. We have to find out the sum of the series 1 by a square plus 4 by a raised to 3 plus a raised to 5 plus 7 by a raised to 8. That is a series. Then open the curly bracket again. Then first we will find out, we have to give them variables to the numerator, and for the power of the denominator. We know here numerator is varying and at the same time the power of the denominator is also varying. Because of that, I will give two variables to initialize the numerator and the power of the denominator at the same time. Int b equal to, what's the first value of numerator? 1. We can give as 1. Then one more variable we need to initialize the power of the denominator. What's the initial value of that power? A raised to 2 is there. That means 2 is the initial value of the power. Okay. Then enter. Then start the for loop. 4 in bracket int space I is equal to, this is used to count the values, 1 I less than or equal to n, then I plus plus. Okay, and close the bracket. After that, open the curly bracket, then write enter sum is equal to sum plus within bracket double. Okay, then what's the name of the numerator? Here I had given as b. Then you can give b divided by, see, you have to find out the value of or power of a. How can you find out the power of a here? See, power, we are using this variable c to identify the power of the variable. Then how can you use this? How can you find out the power of the given number? Use mat.pow in bracket. A is the variable, a comma, what is the power? C. Here we are using C to notate this power. Then C. Then close the bracket. Okay. Then put a semicolon. Okay. Understood all of you? What's here b is used to identify the numerator and to find the power of a we are using this mat.pow, and here c is used to notate the power of a. Understood? Then semicolon. Okay, then press on enter key and okay, and see, after first term and when you are taking the second term, you need to increase the values of this numerator and at the same time the power of this a also. Then how can you increase? See, what's the difference between first term and first numerator and second term? First numerator is 1 and the second numerator is 4. The difference between these two numerators are 3. Then how can you give the increasing value? B is equal to B plus 3. Okay. Enter. C is equal to C plus, what's the difference? First term A raised to 2 and second term is A raised to 5. Here the difference between first and second powers are also 3. Okay. Then C is equal to C plus 3. Understood all of you? Semicolon. Okay. This also finished. See, what are the steps? First, we have to initialize the numerator and the power of denominator. Then start the for loop. After that, write the equation. Sum is equal to sum plus double in bracket. Then numerator b divided by mat dot power of a comma. What's the power variable? C. Then close the bracket. Then give the increments. That means b is equal to, first find out the difference of that numerators. Then b is equal to b plus 3. Then the power of the denominator c is equal to c plus 3. After that you have to close this bracket. Then here also what's the return type? Double. Then you should use one return keyword. How can you use? Return space sum. Okay. Then semicolon. See, then press on enter key. See, we can finish our class here because we already created two functions, and if you want you can create the main function also. If you don't want it, no need to create. Understood all of you? How can you create the main function? enter before closing this one. Void main, then create one class, sorry, sum series space S1. This is an object name, new sum series with a bracket, enter S1 dot, what's the first function name? Series. Series, one argument. You can give any arguments here. Okay, I will give 10. Bracket, close the bracket. Then S1 dot series. Here for the second function we have two arguments. Okay, then give two arguments, 2 comma 5, like that. Any number you can give. Okay, then close the bracket. Okay, like this way you can create a main function, but for the public examination no need to create this main function, and after that you have to close this bracket. Understood all of you? This is the way you can create a function overloading problem easily. See, it's very simple. First you have to write the prototype, then write the program of program to evaluate the sum of the given series. See, after that you have to give the return statement, then write the next function, then initialize the numerator and denominator if it is there, numerator if you need, then write the for loop, then write the equation of the sum series. Here we are using one mat.power because there we have to find out the power of one number, and after that give the values to be incremented, then write the return statement again. You may close the brackets. Otherwise if you want you can write this main function also. Understood all of you? This is the way we can create this function overloading problem. Understood all of you? If you do like this one, if you understand this one, please try to study this one and share to others. This is very helpful others also to study about this function overloading in Java. And if you want to get my previous videos, please share to others. If you want to get my previous videos, please subscribe my channel. And if you want to get my next video's notification, press on the bell button. Okay, we will meet in the next video. Thank you once more. Let's go through the program. Okay, you can refer this program of this question. Understood all of you? Okay, I think all understood this one. It's very simple. Easily we can do this one. Okay, thank you.